you, Tulsi. It's a wonderful crowd. Thank you for your hospitality. It's very wonderful to be here. This is, I guess, our second semester, so to speak. We began in the late winter, early spring. We did several locations, and we took the summer off to determine and to discern, is there a purpose to continue, and is there an interest? And I think that Vikas broke the ice for us this fall, and I think there is, so thank you. So we will be continuing. As Tulsi said, the purpose of our being here together has two dimensions to it. I think the first dimension certainly is at the level of information, things that we put in our head to understand and to learn about. But the second is a little more subtle, and that's at the level of the heart. We saw that wonderful DVD about the 25-year celebration of the Art of Living Institute and how joyful and joyous everyone seemed to be. 2.5 million people. It boggles the imagination. It's the size of Staten Island. Just imagine everybody in Staten Island meditating together and coming together and sharing their hearts with each other for world peace and this oneness that we speak very often glibly from our lips. It's much harder to get that thought from our head into our heart and then into our hands, so we could really make the world not a thought about peace, but a living organism of peace. Tulsi said that among some of the other things we do in Long Valley is we have a contemplative lay community, the Way of the Good Heart. This is a Christian church, St. Luke's in Long Valley. It's an interfaith group that comes together to do a very simple practice of meditation. It's called mantra meditation. It's a single word where we get together once a week on a Monday evening for an hour. This is our 11th year. We celebrated 10 years of doing this. So if we would do some simple math for a small group of contemplatives interested in peace, both inside and outside, we've sat 500 times with that intention. So I hope and I trust that all those good vibes from the heart go out and embrace you. And several of our members are here in the back, so please, I hope everybody gets a chance to meet each other. What I would like to talk about today is in the tradition of Saint Benedict, in the Benedictine tradition, there is a way of prayer called Lectio Divina. Those are two Latin words. It means sacred reading. In the early days of the Benedictine communities in Rome, when the empire was falling apart and people were throwing up their hands thinking that the last days were upon them, many people who were of a pure heart got together to try to continue the practice of kindness and hospitality amongst the ravages of the pillages going on of the fall of the Roman Empire. Put it succinctly. One of the methods they developed was a very, very simple 4-step process that they called Lectio Divina. At our meditation group, what we do each evening is read the upcoming Sunday Gospel. As you know, in the Christian traditions, the good news, the evangel, the evangelist, all of the words of Jesus and his disciples are contained in 4 writings, in 4 principal books, St. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Each of the Christian churches celebrate their main liturgy with a reading of these sacred texts. I would like to read one this afternoon and use it as a model for Lectio Divina. This is a very, very powerful passage according to the Gospel of St. Matthew. It is called Matthew chapter 25, and it talks about the end times when we are called to judgment. And this passage is euphemistically called the sheep and the goats.